Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Monday Midsole. It's Monday. Today we're going to talk about Yeezy's basketball shoes. We're going to talk about Em and MGK. We're also going to talk about Just Do It with Serena, G.A.P, and all that good stuff. And the Monday Midsole starts right now.
I'll text you. I'll send you a text, but I'll talk about this one right now.
All right.
This is Bean Burrito Gang.
I'll stick with Pat.
Do it live. Okay. We'll do it live.
You're now tuned into the Monday Midsole with your host, Eminem J's, one-legged lister, Buckeye City Soul, and Molly Ball. Let's get the show started, fellas.
Yoga fire.
Perfect. Welcome back. It's your co-host, Kev, Buck, whatever y'all want to call, as long as it's something nice, because if it's not, you're getting photoshopped. I'm going to go ahead and pass the ball to the homie, one-legged lister.
What it do? It's your one-legged friend, maybe your only one-legged friend. I am glad to be here on this Monday morning with my brother from another mother. Other mothers, whatever. My mothers. Let's get it. You know how we do. I'm going to pass it off to the old man, Father Time.
What's good, fam? It's your boy Polos and J's. Marcus.
You on time.
Y'all call me a whole lot of shit, but I'm good with it because I'm not sensitive like some folks.
Hey, man, you got to do what you got to do.
That's right. And with that, I'm going to pass it over to my light-skinned friend.
Yeah, what's going on? I'm batting cleanup tonight. It's your boy, Mr. Magic Molly Maw. As Kev mentioned, we got a great show ahead of you. We are joined by none other than your man, the son of some man. Ed, what's going on, bro?
What's going on, guys? How's everyone doing out there?
You got to hear Dan do the it's fire, yo. It's fire.
It's fire.
No, that sounds like a Foster.
You sound like you sound like a Viking or something.
Straight Australian. But Ed, man, like we were talking about, bro, long overdue. Glad you could join us tonight.
Thank you. It's an honor to be here, especially with you guys.
We appreciate that. Hopefully, we thank Linda as well for giving you giving you some free time to come kick it with the fellas.
Of course, man. Thank you.
Hopefully, all is well with the fam. 1986. Woo!
Yeah, yesterday was pretty crazy, but it was, it's nice. It's a blessing. I am very blessed, man.
Absolutely. So we're going to jump right into it, and we're going to open it up to you, man. What sneaker got you hooked? What got you in the game?
It's going to be the 1990 Air Jordan 5 metallic. I don't know. There was just something about that shoe. When I first looked at it, I just fell in love with it. You know what I mean?
There it is.
Nothing more to it. You know what I mean? That Nike Air on the back. That's it.
All right. So there might be the same answer, but currently, what's your favorite shoe in the collection?
In my collection right now, I don't actually have the 1990 metallic 5s. I have the 2000 version, and that's going to be my all-time favorite sneaker, no matter what.
There it is. All right, man. So for those of us or the usual suspects out there that may not know a lot about you, bro, what's your story? Give us the 1-2, the 411 there.
I don't know. I'm a father of recently just had twins. I have a 15-year-old son. I'm trying to do this YouTube thing just like you guys, and I love sneakers. That's about it.
I mean, I'm cut and dry. That's pretty simple. But when did you start collecting? How'd you get to where you're at now?
To be honest, I started collecting, I think, 4 or 5 years ago, honestly, because as a younger, man, I couldn't afford any of this shit. But then as I started to build my family, everything started to fall into place, and I was allowed to, do what I had to do, to get my collection to where it is today.
Okay. And you were heavily involved in the Butter Movement. I got my Butter Movement T-shirt. Dan, you got yours as well.
I got one over here, but it's kind of tight on the I'm sport, you know what I'm saying?
Mediums and shit.
That was just last year, Kev. What happened?
My muscles got bigger.
Oh, okay. I've been in the gym. I work out.
Bear clothes.
Talk to us about that, man. How'd you get linked up with the Butter Movement? Talk about some of the work that you did there.
To be honest, what was this, like maybe 4 years ago? I seen Shoe Butter's page, you know, and I've never seen sneakers like that before in my life. So started to follow him, blah blah blah. And I don't know, and then we just started talking DMs. It just started to the relationship just started to blossom. And he actually hit me up asking me, like, you know, if I was able to do what what he wanted me to do was to go to every sneaker con, support him, support the movement, support the kids. That actually, you know, the reason why everybody's there is because of the children. You know what I mean? If they're not there, we're not there. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And that's basically what we tried to do. And I don't know. I just felt that we didn't get as much support as we should have. You know what I mean?
When you say we didn't get as much support, what are you referring to?
To be honest, SneakerCon.
Okay.
A little upset with them, but that's ancient history, my man. I'm just gonna move forward because honestly, everything that butter movement did for me, like, I can't explain it. You know what I mean? It was a beautiful thing. It was a blessing. So there's no regrets.
I hear you.
No regrets.
No regrets.
Oh, sir.
I bet. So what influenced you to start your YouTube?
Honestly, the butter movement. I was on there. I started a channel like 2 years ago, but my dumb ass, I didn't listen to my emails and tell me, you know, take on the music because it's a copywritten song. I had no idea. I'm putting Eminem in there. I'm putting this and I forget about it. And I'm still upset I can't put that music in my videos, but it is what it is. I've learned from it, and honestly, I just like to do it. I love shoes, dude, and to talk about them, to review them, and just to be around them, be around the people. Look who I met. I met you guys. Like I would have never met you. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a lot of things that comes with sneakers. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
It's me specifically.
Yeah.
It's always you, Dan.
Go fuck yourself.
It's always Dan. Be all about Dan. So talk about some of your inspirations, whether it be YouTube collectors, like who do you look to for inspiration and creativity?
I'm not gonna lie. It's that man with the yellow t-shirt on there. Like honestly, he inspires me a lot, bro. Like he goes through a lot of shit and he pushes forward and does it. You know what I mean? And
Dan.
And I want to be everything my father wasn't to my family. I want to be everything that he wasn't, and I want to do, good things for them. You know what I mean?
To that point, man, explain the name, the IG name, the Son of Some Man. What's that about?
It's honestly like I had a father for 9 years. I knew him, but I didn't know him. So me, you know how I come up with like stupid, crazy captions that it makes sense, but it don't make sense, but it makes sense.
Yeah.
And I'm just sitting there and I'm just thinking like, what's a good name? What's a good name? And I'm like, you know what? The Son of Some Man, because I really don't know who my father is.
Who's my son?
Who's my son?
Yeah, how'd you get that? Tell us a story about that.
All right, listen. So, you guys know Johnny, my boy Johnny. So this guy, that dude that walks up the block every day, we call him that's Weber's dad. So I went up to him on it was Bubby's birthday. It was Bub's birthday. I went up to him and I said, "Listen, why do you keep leaving your son in front of my house? Like seriously, what's your problem?" He's like, "I don't got no kids. Who's my son?" And it was over from there.
That is hilarious. That never gets old. That's for sure. All right, so background, you're from New York. We always see in the videos NYC. What part of New York you repping?
Well, I was born in Brooklyn. I lived in every borough, I want to say at least 2 to 3 times. But I love Queens. I've been in Queens since I'm 10 years old.
Oh wow.
I'm 32 now.
Penelope.
Yeah, that's
oh god.
That's where you met your Lisa.
Yeah. I used to. I actually used to, in my house that I live now. I used to live across the street from where I used to live, and that's how me and Linda linked up.
That's what's up.
Since we knew each other since we were like 4 years old, man.
Oh wow.
Damn.
Yeah, it's crazy. Whoever says there's no God is a liar. You know what I mean?
For sure.
All right. So what's next for you? Where do you want to take your YouTube, your IG, your content? That's a big Mountain Dew, Dan. Yep.
Honestly, I just want to try to continue to keep doing what I'm doing, be real, stay true to myself, stay true to the people who support me, and raise these twins and my son, you know what I mean, and take it day by day. You know what I'm saying? Thank God we got Aunt Jean here for 86 years. Hopefully we get her another year. So that's it, man.
Amen.
That's what's up. I got a quick question. You're doing reviews for a store. You want to shout them out, and kind of give us like how you got in with them, and maybe some advice to somebody that wants to do something similar. Because I think that's a great avenue to have to do these, because it gets super expensive. Trying to do reviews on a regular basis that you.
Yeah, even though those guys hook me up, it still gets super expensive.
Oh yeah,
but listen, man, I couldn't be more blessed with those guys. And honestly, it all started off in 2012 with the breads. I went there; they wanted to sell me the bread 11s for $400. I almost beat the hell out of them.
Yeah.
That's when you fart in your hand and throw it in his face.
Nah, but then I bought 2 pairs. Nah, because that's when I really started getting into it like that. I didn't want to spend it. I felt selfish. I don't know if you guys remember when the Cool Grays came out. I went down Myrtle. That's an avenue, by me. And my girl's like, all right, get the Cool Grays. I'm like, nah, $300. I'm good. I'll get the Ken Griffey Juniors. A year later, I'm spending $400 on bread.
Yeah.
I just felt selfish, but those shits I had to have. That's my favorite Jordan 11 ever. And that's how I got hooked up with them. And then recently I just, went there to cop some sneakers, and then all of a sudden the relationship grew, and he lets me take home whatever the hell I want. He lets me do whatever I want. I could do reviews in the store, but I'd rather do them at home. You know what I mean? I feel more comfortable at home. But yeah, it's J&M Sneakers on Myrtle Avenue. You know what I mean? You can check them out on Instagram. J&M Sneakers. That's it. Simple.
J&M, holler at the show. No, just fucking.
They're like, who's my son? Who's my son?
We're always looking for avenues.
No, great question there. So, anybody else have any questions? Anything else for?
I do. You want to talk about the way? Because I know that we had, we were doing it heavy for a year, the Butter movement, and the way that kind of ended. I know that was kind of a bummer for all of us stateside. You want to talk about how that happened, and I know it was difficult for you, and I know, but to watch you come back from that and to bounce back, and just like what we were talking about before that went down, if you remember.
It's what you always told me to do, dude.
I just want to get your take on what happened, because every time I go to a show now, I get asked where the Butter movement's at, where's it at, and I thought maybe you could speak on that.
Honestly, I don't want to say anything because I don't know, for sure. But when I went to Hong Kong, I think that was pretty much like the last straw. I don't know. I think somebody got into Shoe Butter's ear and, started talking to him. And also, he didn't feel the respect that he thought he deserved from SneakerCon. He spent, Dan, a lot of fucking, excuse my language, a lot of money, man. And I don't know. They just they'll give us a table. You guys were there. They stick us in the corner. You know what I'm saying? And we're giving out free shirts. Like, we don't want no money from nobody. You know what I mean? I just didn't get it. But then I started to get it, because all these other YouTubers, they're trying to make money, they're trying to do their thing, and we're there, giving out free stuff. I don't know. Maybe they thought we were trying to step on their toes or something, which I wasn't. You know me. I went up to every YouTuber, I bought their shirt, and I gave their shit for free too. You know what I mean? I try to support everybody so everybody could try and support us. You know what I mean? That's all. But other than that, I really have no idea.
So do you guys still communicate, or is it kind of like a
not on a daily basis like we used to, because now he's on a different avenue and in his life and doing what he wants to do. He wants to take care of his family, and I can't knock no man for that. You know what I mean?
Right.
He's doing his jujitsu or whatnot, but
over there knocking niggas out.
And he's like abnormally good at it. It's weird.
But if I call him and pick him up the phone and I call him and if I need something just to talk to him. That's it. You know what I mean? Even though, like I told, even in Hong Kong, he's like, yeah, all these people that are my friends, they're only my friends because I have money. I said, listen, Jay, I don't want nothing to do with your money. I just want to be your friend, bro. That's it.
Yeah, that's what's up.
And that's all. And I swear on my kids, bro. That's just me. This is who I am.
Yeah. What's causing? How old is your son now?
15.
And now you got twins. I mean, like you know what causes that, right? Like what makes babies happen?
Yes, Daniel, I do.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
I took a 15-year break, so
you was almost done. You was so close. Just so close.
No, listen, but
thought you were
We
out.
got a
They pulled
special
you right back
Midsole
out.
announcement that Dan has triplets on the way.
also, I want to tell you guys too. I don't know if Marcus can make it or well, you guys. I would love for you guys all to make it, but the christening is going to probably be November 1st or 3rd. I would love for you guys to be there.
You got to shoot for the later date because we got SneakerCon, ATL, and we all finna be in Atlanta. So but I will definitely be there for that, and I wouldn't miss it for the world. So
thank you. When is Atlanta SneakerCon?
26th to the 28th
of October, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should definitely come to that one because literally everybody is coming to that one. Everybody.
Not everybody.
Maybe.
Not everyone. Everybody.
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 I'll see what I could do, man, honestly.
All right, bet. Suspects, any questions for Ed, Marcus? You
I got a question.
over there. All right, cool.
Yeah, I just got a quick question. What one shoe would you add to your collection that you don't have that's like that grail of all shoes that you're missing?
It's gonna be that 1990 metallic 5, man.
Man, you love that 5, don't you?
Yeah, I can't. I don't know. It's just something about it. Just a beautiful sneaker, bro.
But what about all the black cement 3s you got?
Cements?
They're cement, motherfucker. That's how you say it.
Cement.
Who are you talking about?
And Ed has some. So Ed's one of those guys that likes the OG sneakers, like the actual like older sneakers, and he'll take it and do a sole swap and stuff like that. Like, and his collection of OG stuff is impressive. So I think that's really
it really is. But he's also the reason why I'm scared to buy any OGs because he busts them up all the damn time.
Listen. That's how I like him. I like him busted up. Honestly, I don't know why I do.
But anyway, so now that we know him, I already know him and love him. Let's get into the rest of the show.
All right.
Shall we?
Let's get into pickups. We'll go on pickups first, and then we'll get into what's coming out.
I guess I'll go last.
I'll go first because I have 0. I'm cutting back, y'all.
I'll follow that up with another 0.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, I just got the one, which I mean I had last week, but I wasn't on the show in time. I just got the JTH Bio Beige. I love this shoe, man. I mean, it's to me, this right there next to the Travis Scott for sneaker of the year.
That's big.
That's pushing it.
Oh, well, we all have our own opinions, Dane. I don't like half the shit that you buy, but that's
yours is mad whack. That's all I'm saying.
And you're right.
That didn't take long.
Yes.
I'd rather my shoes be whacked than to be whacked myself. With your whackness.
You stay whacking yourself. Don't lie.
You king whacker.
Go
ahead and pull out all your damn shoes so we can look at them and laugh.
Ed, you got anything that you picked up here recently?
Honestly, these just came in, but I'm not gonna lie, they're unauthorized.
They're fake.
It doesn't count.
How dare you? You're the first person to bring an unauthorized shoe on the Monday Midsole. How dare you? Well, I'm not gonna say that because
it's crazy. It's crazy how good they look, though. It's insane.
So I'll go through mine. So shout out to Foot Locker.
Hey, Mr. Kicks Connoisseur.
Whoa, did that really just happen?
It's our first super chat. So he gets a special shout out. Mr. Kicks Connoisseur, make sure y'all follow this man.
Yeah, y'all go follow this man. This guy gets a special shout out from all of us at the end of the show. But yeah, so Foot Locker sent me these.
Damn, I don't ever get anything.
This is my. I've never said that. I never say that.
I said.
I've never had a pair of Air Max Plus. Yeah, that's what they are. Air Max Plus. I always want to say Tune Air. But so anyway, I was wearing these, and I fell down the damn stairs in this shoe. So I will not wear that again until I have both legs.
That's a good sell.
Yeah.
I cut the grass. I used to cut the grass in those. Like
I still got I got an all black pair, so I still got upstairs.
So my sister sent me these. She found them at a local shop. Oh, we got another one. Shout out to Demetrius.
Demetrius Reynolds.
Shout out. That's what's up. The super chat. So yeah, my
Super
sister
chat full effect.
I found these at a local shop. She likes to go and check for me, and she saw these and she sent them to me. So shout out to my little sister who got me a size 10. And oddly enough, they fit like perfect. So
she got them right next to the place that Ed got his shoes from. Just playing. Hey, Ed!
Hey, man.
Hey.
Everybody donate $1.99.
Toyota.
Hey.
Air lawnmower.
So the two pair that I did buy, like for like price, I got these finally. I got these, and I'm super excited about the Prada. Yeah, I'm super excited about that pair there. And I did get these.
Dan?
Till you get the next pair.
What size?
10 and a half.
My size, dog.
I always go a downsize. Hey, 313.
313 Retro Queen. Let's just make this an A show.
Hey, I know we need to just we need to have like you need to have like a soundboard so when that little blue thing pops up, you can hit that A.
You can do that on Twitch. I don't know if you can do that on this one.
Yeah. So yeah, I got these. They are not a winner. What I'm gonna do is actually like distress these out. I just gotta go grab some alcohol and kind of like make them look like they're kind of worn a little bit. But yeah, this shoe is super dope, and the packaging was really cool. And I got them for retail from StockX, and I got the special packaging, which always makes me happy. And the next pair I got from a guy or the next 4 pair I got for $100.
And the guy from where that makes you happy?
Hey,
Retail.
Alex Oldman Sneakers.
I got them for retail.
Y'all feeling us today?
And and in this
from
StockX,
which
in
really
the special. No, I got them for retail.
Oh, T-Swagger. Yonkers, baby.
With the special packaging. That really makes me happy. What's your issue?
Proceed.
I'm confused. I would have liked to got them from Premiere, but I overslept. So the next 4 pair, they're SBs. I got for 25 a piece. So we got this. Hey, the flyest trucker with that $5 super chat. I'm loving y'all right now. So these are the black denim Levi SBs. These came out in 2012. They got that little Levi. They're the original one. And then we got the Quagmire SBs, which I'm super excited about. They got a little love on them, but that's cool for $25. And these came out a while.
Did we lose you?
I
think we lost.
Man down.
Hey, make sure y'all check out the Flyers Trucker. He be doing little vlogs on Instagram. Just check him out. Follow that man.
If you're doing vlogs, let me tell you little vlogs.
Yeah,
thanks for having me on your little show.
Yeah, thanks for having me on your little show, little player.
Thanks for having me on your little podcast.
We appreciate.
All right, Dan fell.
Dan is stuck. They had a rogue storm in Atlanta, and we lost him. So, did anybody else have anything? Anybody? We're done with that?
I don't got a damn thing.
All right, let's get into what's up next.
In case you were wondering, he just had a couple more SBs, y'all. No, nothing important.
Nothing y'all care about.
Nothing I want to see.
All right. Watch out for the drop. Marcus, darling, are you ready?
I'm getting there. Here we go.
There you go.
The releases.
Oh, they got the Catholic schoolgirl.
Man, I think these are dope, man. They got. Yeah, you fell off. Now you're gone. We're not gonna worry about you no more. We already passed what you were talking about, and we're going to look at the Nike Women's Air Max Plus Tartan is what it's called. These are kind of dope, man. I'm kind of feeling. I know y'all not.
They're women's, right?
No, I actually like that pair. That's my favorite pair of that pack that's coming out.
Yeah, these are pretty dope, man.
Like the Britney Spears?
Huh?
Call it what you want, but
Catholic schoolgirl.
It's a funky shoe. I would rock that. And then you have
Farnsworth Bentleys.
I also like the 97. I think the 97 is the dopest out of all of them.
Nah.
I think that's
Nah, the 97 just looked like everything else.
no. I like that 97. That's a nice look, man. Pretty fly. And then you have, damn, my internet's super slow today. The Air Max 1 Tartan, my least favorite of all three.
Yeah.
It's got that yellow shit on the toe. I'm not really feeling that. Kind of cheapens the look.
Yeah.
But then we also have on the 13th a few of the reacts, and I'm not gonna pull up all of them, but I will pull up this one pair, the Signal Blue, which I think are pretty dope.
Very dope.
I don't know, man.
I don't want them.
Yeah, I don't think I need to have any of these.
Yeah, I might get a pair to say I have a pair, but I'm not wearing no see-through shoe. I'm not gonna do it. It's not my thing, but I think it's pretty fly. Mar, you gonna get this one?
Nah, there's one with Vote, right?
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
the one with Vote.
With the red, yeah, I'll probably go after that one if any. I'm so tired of taking L's on these though. Like I'm kind of numb to it.
Are they all see-through?
Yeah.
But I think Braun had those on, so that's gonna be the one people go after the most. It's a wrap. I ain't getting nothing. I ain't getting nothing for a while.
When is the 13th? What day is that?
That's Thursday.
I just want purple.
Hit me up that morning.
Green.
Just remind me in the morning.
Hey, one-legged Lister. $10 dunks are the coolest.
Dunks are the coolest.
All right, then we got a Air Max Deluxe Black Multicolor. What do y'all? Anybody bought any of the deluxe yet that dropped?
No, I want to buy. Is that white pair? Is it just women's?
You can fit them.
No, I can't.
Why?
Not in those. They kind of run small. There's a white pair of those. You know what I'm talking about?
I haven't seen the white pair.
I feel like they're just women's. So
do they only make women's shoes up to 12?
Yeah,
I feel like back in the day they used to make them up to like 16 and.
No, it wasn't 16. It was 13 or 14.
It was. They made them up to 14 because I remember there was a pair of Prestos I wanted, and I was like, they was like, you can get these 14s.
No, they're unisex. Okay, so this pair right here, maybe not.
Nope.
This pair right there.
Well, you know he's locked in.
No, it's fine. I really want this pair right here. I really, really do. They come out on the 15th. They're super dope.
Show it again.
Sorry. This pair right here.
That's porn. Just playing.
Yeah.
I got you.
Ain't no dicks.
that's the kind of porn you watch.
Yep. Go in.
All right, and then on the 15th, this Saturday, we got the 13 Carmelo Anthony class of 2002.
I will wait.
Yeah, I think these gonna sit, man.
They will. They will 100%. Like the CP3s sat. These will sit. Like, I mean, they're dope. They're like even the olives. And I think the olives were better than this pair. They sat.
I think they're weird. Is it a weird fabric on them?
Yeah.
It's the same.
Different, isn't it?
That felt shit.
It's not like the.
I think it's
it
kind of
looks like a satiny almost.
Yeah, like the cap and gown.
Oh no, man.
Yeah, it does kind of have a satin type look to it. It's
I like the CP3. I don't think I need these though.
The only I like when I got them at home and I sat there with them for a while. It was just like, man, I can get rid of these, and I ended up getting rid of them. But the away pair that dropped in China, them things in China, those things are dope.
I think if it was the opposite way, people would like the black pair better. Like
I think that white and that teal.
I like that
Carolina's amazing.
Yeah, but I think
I
that
like
if they would have come out here, the white and the teal, and the black ones were over there, people would have been like, oh man, just like the Laneys. Like we got Laneys, and then what they get them Shanghai, and then everybody would go nuts for the Shanghai. It's just
I will get that shoe. I will get that shoe.
It's just availability. Who next?
All right, then we also got the Jordan 18 orange suede.
Easy.
Got a whole trifecta of these coming out. You got the yellow suede.
There's a Mike Mo unbox that.
That suede looks pretty
I like
nice.
yellow.
It looks pretty nice.
I can't
mess
with the yellow.
I am very, very excited to pass on all of these fucking shoes.
Me too.
I wouldn't mind having the blue pair.
I think the blue pair is the best in my mind.
I think
Yeah,
it is
but
too.
meh.
And
I would
think
probably get the blue last. I would get the other two because they stand out more.
I think for Kev, Kev has to get the blue pair because he has the red and black pair and the blue and white pair. I think that's just a dope shot that only Kev can do. I mean, like, there are a lot of people that try to do those multi-shoe shots that just fail fucking miserably.
Oh yeah.
And I hate that people steal his style on that, but
I do kind of want these, but buy now for $260. What are they going for? $220?
$225. Yeah.
$225. I have to wait because I gotta get them. I gotta get them ones.
Yeah, you can wait on those.
Yeah, and that's ones. Yeah, we'll cover the ones next week.
Yes, sir. I'm gonna cover the ones this
Puma,
week.
a big Puma, which I don't see anything fancy about it. It's a Puma, but it's Big Sean.
Those look like Veda from My Girls.
I think they just look like a regular Puma, and it's not a bad looking shoe. I mean, like I feel like if you're a little skinny dude like Maul, you could pull that off. But
listen, you established mother.
Hey man, I gotta have me a hardy shoe. I can't be running around in no Vans.
Clearly
is this the Air Max Deluxe you were talking about here?
Yeah,
yeah.
White.
I think that shoe is sexy. I love it. I love it.
Sweet
and
daddy shoes, white on whites.
That's too white.
Yeah, that's the kind of shoe you wear an ankle bracelet with.
I don't understand.
I don't understand.
You smell real nice, like my grandfather. All right, let me fix.
That's all I got.
Let me fix this. All right, so it's time for the G.A.P.
Watch the drop.
It's the G.A.P. And it's sponsored by 8 and 9 Manufacturing. Make sure you go ahead and check out the link in the description for your 20% off. They got some new stuff out, so y'all make sure y'all check out the fam. Daniel.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls,
welcome to your favorite part of the show.
Before we get into this thing, man, I really want to give a shout out to Halfcast. Happy birthday, Halfcast! I see
Happy
you in the
birthday,
chat.
bro!
You know he's joining us all the way from Australia. So
fire!
It's Foya, and happy birthday to the man out there.
Yes.
On the other side of the globe. With that being said, welcome to the G.A.P. It's your favorite part of the show. It's my favorite part of the show because I get to do the most talking. I'm being told that we are rushing through the show. I mean, we're at the G.A.P. and it's now 8:30. So
we got enough to talk about, I think.
We do. So all that being said, like, here's the rules. If you're playing at home, gas gets you 2 points, ass gets you no points, and pass gets you 1 point. We will put up a picture of the shoe. They should be up now, if I believe. Let me go double check because I haven't looked at what else is coming out.
Oh, they are.
But so, you know, everybody, are we doing? Yeah, we're definitely doing 2 gas. So,
you don't need it.
Yeah. So we get 2 gas. Everybody else at home, y'all get 1. Or y'all get as many as you want. An ass will get you another gas. It'll get you another gas. So, with that being said, what we have is our favorite shoes that are coming out right now, or coming out the rest of the year.
Yes.
So, first up, we have, who's the first one up?
It is me because I sent mine in first.
Okay.
And it is. Yeah, I did.
You can look. Why would you start with yours first of all? I mean,
because I sent it in first.
We already know which way this is gonna go.
Yeah.
But go ahead, man.
I gotta send it in, man.
Piece of shit shoe. Go ahead.
He's gonna be mad. He gonna be mad.
Hey.
Big mad. You big mad. Go ahead.
Y'all better watch.
Let's not get that dude started, man. Come on.
No, we got it.
All right, it's
that's how you end up with dicks on your shoulder. That's all I'm saying.
Demetrius Reynolds.
Thanks, again.
It's Reynolds, Demetrius Reynolds. Get the last name right.
Did I say it
I kept saying Robert. I said Robert. I'm sorry. That was me. I
was like, dang, I read it. The Jordan 11 Concords. It's my second favorite shoe of all time. This one, they're going to bless us with the 45 and the higher patent leather. And I am more of a fan of the lower patent leather, but I don't care. I love the way that the shoe looks on foot. And you have to, I think I have 4 pairs of these things just floating around the house. And I need.
You got 4 pairs just floating around the house.
3 more right now. Yeah, I got 1, 2, and then there's a couple in the other room. But I bought 12. No, I bought 12s initially, and then like the 12s, man, they fit a little tight. So I had to go up to 13. But I'm hoping to get 12 and a halves for this release because of 12 and a half on that high cut fits perfect. So Concords, what say you?
All right, Maul, start us off.
I gotta start with me, damn it. So let's see here.
Left of my screen.
That's funny how that happens. Let's see. I already have Concords. But it is a Jordan 11 release. This is the Christmas release, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so I'm gonna probably be in the same ballpark as Kev and try to lock down like 4 pairs. And it's got the 4.5. So I said from the jump when they started leaking the photos, shout out to Pino, that I wanted the 4.5, and that was basically what was going to get me to cop that. So it's a gas. Yeah, I was like fucking with Kev.
Marcus.
You know, this is that shoe, that love-hate shoe in my life. I love it. It's one of my favorite shoes, but I hate the stories I have with this shoe. But I mean, it's still a gas. And the thing about it that I hate now that I get this was I'm gonna have to go back and get the OG. I'm gonna have to go back and get the other previous releases so I can have all of them. That's how much that shoe means to me. But it's definitely gas, man.
All right, you're talking about going back and like you had the last time they released, right?
All I have is the DMPs. That's all I have. But I had the OG.
Hey, it's fire.
Hey. With the $20. Go ahead, Marcus.
In the club.
Frankie.
Now, you know, I mean, I've told the story before. I had the OGs and you know, somebody asked to see them at my house one day, and I went to look for them, and I'm like, oh shit, where's my shoe? And then I realized, oh shit, where are my shoes? And so yeah, they got me for all my OG J's. Yeah, but I gotta have it. I'm not gonna be buying 4 and 5 pairs like you guys. I'll be happy with maybe 2.
I mean, I gonna throw shade on 4 or 5.
I mean, damn, that's a $200 and some shoe at Christmas time. Come on, man.
I mean, I have 3 pairs of the red, 3 pairs of the 92s.
That's crazy.
I got 4 pairs of Concords, 4 pairs of Space Jams, 3 pairs of 72 and 10. I love 11s, man.
That's crazy, man. I don't give a fuck. I love 3s, but that's crazy.
Now you got 2 pairs of the same 3 right behind you.
Ed, I need you to speak up.
Concord fire. The only thing I do not like about it is it's not a stitch 45 in the back.
Yeah,
the only thing.
That sucks.
But the Concords, I do love them. They're a dope shoe.
I know you know how this game works. Gas. Okay, I was gonna say. And you know, I'm gonna need you to shut the fuck up because you're talking entirely too goddamn much. I need you to participate in the conversation. I want to hear your fucking voice. So let's get it. So I am going to be the one that veers from the pack because there are 2 other shoes that will get the gas over this for me. Not that I'm saying I'm not going to buy this shoe, but because I'm limited on the gas that I want, you know, or that I would normally say. Like I would normally give this shoe a gas because I only have the 2. I've got to do what I got to do. But these are for sure. They're dope. It's a super dope shoe. But there's 2 other ones that I want over this pair. So,
what is wrong with you?
You know what that is.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
I mean, I hope that it's a pass. Like, I wish you would just let me gas what I want to gas and stop making me say pass on shoes that I think are gas. But you know, I want to. You know, the other 2 are
more gas.
You know,
this is like top 5 shoe all time. What is wrong with you?
He's a late bloomer. He just scooped that one up not too long ago.
Yeah, like 11s don't do it for me like it does for y'all. Wow. Like I recognize that y'all love the shit out of some 11s, and they are with me. I mean, like I like them, but they're not even in my top 5 Jordans. Like the silhouette in general.
Oh my god!
All right, we're moving along.
3s, 5s, 8s, 8s.
All right. So what's the total?
Oh yeah, and you got a gas from the usual suspects as well as 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. All right, I'm good there. And then you got gas from the usual suspects. So Kev, you walk away with 11. All right, that's pretty good.
All right. Next is Maul.
You surprise, surprise. We got a LeBron from Maul. So it's the LeBron 16. Very, very curious about the silhouette. And I love a what the or a preheat or just something that's really wild and crazy. And this is it. I mean, it's got all these wild designs. I don't really consider it a what the, considering the fact that no sneakers have released yet. So that's why I coined it a preheat. And looks like pretty much going to take it and run with that. You see the line on the right pair with the glowing eyes. I mean, the upper is just absolutely amazing. This is going to be a unicorn of a shoe from what I understand. Somebody Dan to hook it up.
I got to do me first.
Pause. Now, all jokes aside, I'm really excited about this one. So I chose this. LeBron.
All right. Dope. All right. So
gotta be Ghost.
Marcus.
Man, I mean, out of the LeBrons that I've seen so far, this is probably the dopest one, but it's not like a must-have. If it falls in my hands, I'm cool with it, but it's not. I'm gonna have to chase.
Cool. So if it does sneakers release, I need a size.
It's supposed to be a draw.
Okay.
Oh, I need a name and a hat. Calling it now.
I got you. All right, but with that, I might have to pass.
Pass it to me. As long as you pass it to me, you could pass all day.
Yo,
like I said, remind me in the morning.
Yo, I got first dibs on any LeBron. Anyway, Kev, what you got?
I'm a gas these. I think that the King Jaffe Jofer 16s are dope.
What is that?
I'm talking to my son. Make them wait. Yeah, I like these.
Fuck like a dog.
I wouldn't mind getting my hands on a pair of these, but I'm probably not gonna put forth the effort to do so. So, but it's still a gas. I like them. So,
yeah. All right, Ed.
Honestly, I'm not too crazy about LeBron. Some of them are dope, but this one's actually pretty dope. I've seen a few pictures of them, not too many detailed pics, but I'm a gas these.
Oh, you're gonna use your last gas?
No more gas for the rest of the show unless you ask someone else's shoe.
Okay.
Just letting you know.
Okay.
Shalako said he needs an assist from me. Let me see. I got 43,400 followers. So that means there's 43,399 people ahead of you for me assisting. So I don't think I did.
That's dirty.
All right. So yeah, if anybody wants to give me an assist on these, all those people that said pass, please, I need an assist. I need all those people that said pass.
I got you, Ma. You asked. I got you, Ma.
They don't want to act like he honorary LeBron.
They ain't be having 78 people helping him get a shoe and shit. I got you, Ma.
Yeah, I got 3.
Hey, you ain't got no LeBron jerseys.
Who, me?
Not one.
None of
All right.
y'all.
So anyway,
Yeah, no,
these are.
I got one.
I can't be wearing basketball jerseys because I got that fat man side right here. So that's just
They make it big enough, dog. Stop that. Mitchell and S.
Well, no. Anyway, so these are actually called the starting 5. LeBron 16. It's 5 different colorways based on the 5 different positions that LeBron can play and has played as in a starting position. Yeah, well, you can call it that. That's not what they're called. It's called the starting 5. So anyway, these are a super gas for me, and I don't care what I got to do to get them. I'm gonna get them.
Don't say that.
Take me
No,
back.
Let me stop before we get.
We're gonna call kick a dial for you.
Mr. 10K.
You got 10.
You missed me with all that.
10.
So anyway, these are a super gas for me. And that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And that's 9 for Maul.
We should be tied.
No, you okay? What?
Oh wait, did he get a pass from the thing?
I got a pass.
Okay,
Yeah.
never mind. It should be 9 and 10 or.
I got. Yeah, it should be the same.
I beat him by 1.
Wait, how? You got all gas and a pass?
Yeah, I got all gas,
same.
1 pass.
Right.
I missed something somewhere. No, it should be the same. I told you I missed mine. I didn't put my number in there. That's on me. Jesus Christ. Anyway, All right, next up.
Wait, hold up. Who all passed?
Only person that passed on this one was Marcus.
Okay, and in the chat gave him a gas.
Everybody else gave it a gas.
All
It's
right.
the exact same as your numbers.
Yeah, so that was cool. Just keep it fair.
Yeah.
He's like, all right.
Who's next?
Marcos.
Dog.
Yeah, the pine green ones. Gotta have it. I should have picked because I thought somebody else was picking the court purple, but I guess
I thought somebody said that initially, but
I thought you said it. That's why.
Oh,
That's the reason why I wanted to
I
do
said it. I said it, and I changed it.
You don't change your damn vote.
I did change it.
Well,
You got to send it.
going
When you
forward-
send it in is when it's locked in. You can send
Ain't no
what you
changing no
want to.
votes. Ain't no
All right,
changing.
so talk
But
to me.
anyway,
Talk to me.
the
talk to
pine
me.
green one.
There you
It
go.
looks like it's gonna be somewhat of a general release, but it's still a must-have.
I'm hearing it's going to be released like the bread toe. You know how the bread toes were supposedly everywhere, and then people
And low
got
numbers.
people got salty about it. But I hope to get a pair of these.
Yeah, me too.
They're going to be at finish line too, though, so they may
Yeah.
there may be a little bit more pairs than
The
bread toe.
purple seems to be the ones that there's less of.
The purple is the one I got on.
Yeah, nobody has shown a release for the purples yet. So
I've already got both on the way to the house.
who gives a shit?
how?
Man, you always got to flex, motherfucker. You always got to flex. This we gonna make this a no flex zone. You always
I
flexing.
just said it. He's like, I've already got the purples on the way, and I was just talking back to him.
I got both on the way.
Anyway, can you tell me why are you so goddamn
Flexing some
grumpy,
steel.
man?
I mean, shit, I've always been grumpy. Why you-
Anyway, Maul,
That's some
what do you
shit.
think about these pine greens?
Hold on. So we got pine green,
The Turbo 8s and then the Satin 5s.
satin 5s. Whoo-wee. Meh. No, pass me. I gotta think.
That's not how this works.
I'll go.
I need,
That's how it works.
Yeah,
All right,
Eric, flash. I did get into the raffle, so hopefully finish line I can get them, but
Yeah.
we'll see. But I'm going to go ahead and gas these because I definitely want these along with the purples. I definitely want. I'll get both of them somehow, some way. But yeah, these are sick. So
all right. That's Kev's last gas there. Maul, are you ready yet? Or
I'll gas these. I'm gonna get them, especially if it's gonna be an easy pickup. If I miss them, I'm not gonna go crazy. I'm not paying a dime over. But no, these are dope. They look like the quality is gonna be pretty money too. So I'll rock with it. It's high school colors, so gas it up.
all right, Ed, what you got on these?
Even though I'm probably gonna cop them, I'm gonna pass on them.
All right.
you gotta go.
Yeah, he ain't got no gas anyway.
Yeah.
And again, I'm going to cop this shoe. I think this shoe is super dope, but there's the other one on here. I mean, like you know what I'm saying.
It's on the way.
I'm going to own this shoe.
It's currently flying over your head. UPS.
I hope so. But I'm gonna pass as well. Because I'm trying to save that gas for the one that's on here, one that's left. But they are super dope. I hate being limited. And the usual suspects gave it a gas as well. So Marcus walks away with 8 this time. That's correct numbers and everything. All right. Next up we have me or Ed. Mine. All right. So this is a mock-up of the Turbo 8, and this is a must-have for me. Like, it's a Jordan 8, and I know that not everybody likes the Jordan 8s. It's a lot of people's like least favorite Jordan, and that's cool. It just keeps more for me, you know, and that's fine. Makes it an easy cop for me. I really like this shoe, and this is me just being honest and saying that this is what I want. So I am ready to receive the asses. So fired up.
I'll go first since I'm on your left.
Yeah, you are.
I have no gas left. I'll probably cop these in all honesty. Or maybe I won't. I don't know. I'm wishy-washy these days. A lot of these releases are very uninspiring, but Old Mall would have definitely copped these. Tomorrow's Mall, I don't know. Either way, I still got to pass.
You'll be copying me. You
Stop
copy
rolling-
everything.
Don't be rolling your eyes
Marcus.
at me, mother.
I don't like this shoe at all. I mean, not even a little bit. I mean, for one, it's an 8. I'm not a fan of 8s. I think when 8s came out originally, I don't even think I bought a pair, maybe one. And I probably own four or 5 pair. Let me yeah, it's trash. It's ass. I mean, it looks like a kid shoe. I mean, it looks like a kid colorway. Yeah.
Yellow green.
Pretty much. It's got
Kev?
The Waste Management Green 8s. I'm going to have to go ahead and ask these and get a guess. I'm going to collect the gas, and I'm going to go ahead and drop that ass.
I'm gonna do the same thing, and I'm gonna ask these 8s.
Hey, shout out to JP's his birthday yesterday.
Hey, JP's, what up, man? It's Virgo season. What up, y'all?
It's a 1. And it's a pass from the suspect, so I walk away with a 2.
More for you,
I mean, he always calls a shoe a girl shoe. I mean, that's like really a girl shoe.
All right, and Ed.
Like really.
What you got?
Winter Green 8s. Ed, go ahead and introduce your shoe.
Oh, okay. I got the Jordan 5 satin. So,
Does it look like just for me hair?
So,
Details on the shoe. Why do you like it?
Man, you gotta talk, man. You gotta talk. Use your voice.
Why do I
Imagine
like
you're on
it?
a YouTube video.
Air Jordan 5s are my favorite Jordan, and now they're putting them in satin. Now they got satin on them. Forget about it.
Forget about it.
I love them.
So they soft like panty draws.
Yeah, there we go.
All right, Ma.
I don't have any gas left, so these are going to be a pass. Anybody know what's the price point on these? It's going to be regular 190,
225,
250, 275, 400. I need to know. Not that it makes a difference because I don't have no gas left, but if I'm going to honestly consider buying them, then price is going to matter. I'm very uninspired by what Jordan Brand has been coming out with. Not the micro releases, not the good stuff that, you gotta know thinker to get. I'm talking about the stuff that's actually being produced. It's hurting my feelings. It's making me angry. Making me
they could do a lot.
So, I got to be picky with pickups off principle. But don't, Dan, fix your face. It's a pass. Leave me alone. Next,
Marcus.
It's gas. It's dope. I mean, I don't have any of the satin releases. I would love to have all of them, and I'm definitely gonna go for this one. It's a nice shoe.
All right, Kev.
I am too going to gas these Darth Vader 5s. yeah, I think these are dope. It's almost like a blend between the black. What was it? The fire red with the black toe and a metallic and a satin, all combined. I think it's a super sick shoe. So I will try to get these. Even satin is tough to wear, but I'm gonna try for these. One of these things it's like snag like satin does. Like if you know what I'm saying.
Sure.
Half cast. The Mocha 3s haven't been announced. They said they're not coming out this year, so that's why it's not up there. Because trust me,
they just put out some early shots here this week.
Now it's coming out again.
I really don't like the Mocha 3s. I'll be honest.
Oh, I gotta have the Mochas, man. I gotta have them.
But they don't really look like Mochas. They're dark, rather than the Mocha color. Anyway, this is a gas. This is a gas for me as well. There's actually the Metallic 5 sample. Originally it was in the black suede upper, and then it had the fire red bottom, and there's a sample of it, huh?
So beautiful, I said.
Right, yeah. And I think it's really cool that they're harkening back to that sample and then putting the modern satin twist on it. I think that's really dope. And then it's got the Paris thing on the back with that logo on it.
Oh yeah, that one's pretty fire.
That logo. And it looks really dope.
That one's pretty fire.
Yeah, that's dope. And the usual suspects gave it a pass, so that is an 8 for Ed. So it comes down to the first two, the Concord 11 and the starting 5 LeBron 16.
Concords.
Concords.
You don't get to vote. Ed, what you got?
Concords.
And Concords it is. So congratulations, Kev, on the win. You know,
Yeah.
and there you go.
Let me
Thank
find
you,
something.
ladies and gentlemen, for playing the gas. Next up we have is the topics.
You win. Perfect.
It's the topics, and this is all by design because last time we ran out of time. Ooh.
Hey.
That was nice.
All right. So we're gonna talk about just doing it. Who's gonna
Doing it well.
Anybody want to introduce this one?
All right, so I don't feel like I should introduce this one, but this is a follow-up from last week's conversation. We talked about the Nike campaign, the Just Do It campaign starring Colin Kaepernick, which actually aired last night on Sunday Night Football on NBC, which was just so G. And then also the events that transpired over the weekend with Serena Williams and, you know, kind of the backlash that she had faced about the Open, the fact that her attire was banned. She wasn't able to wear the cat suit. So I don't know. I like to start conspiracies, and I don't know if some of the events that occurred with Serena were because of Serena, or was it against Nike in that Just Do It campaign?
Fuck, it's Coon Boys.
What?
All right. I just totally lost my whole
Damn.
train of thought.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I saw it as well. Lord.
Anyways.
Let's Do It campaign. I raised the question whether or not some of the harsh criticism and the officiating and all that other stuff was more against Nike for the Just Do It campaign, or whether that was strictly, you know, a vendetta against Serena. Did she?
I think it's
bring something on herself, etc.
I think it's a slippery slope. I think that there's so many different ways to look at it because of the issue that she had with the uniform, and then Nike taking their stance, and then people, you know, with their backlash. Was this ref on edge already about it, and, you know, already ready to do something, or did she, you know, kind of go too far with what she was saying? I don't see. It's hard for me to speak on it because I don't know the in and out of the
rules.
Yeah, of how tennis works as far as what you're allowed to say and how you're allowed to express yourself. Like, you know, you playing basketball, some refs might let you talk a little bit. Some refs is gonna tee you up as soon as you say something. So I don't know. Like, does this guy have a history of listening to that kind of talk? And if he does, then I think that that's a problem. But if it's standard protocol to go ahead and penalize somebody when they you know, when they don't agree with, you know, whatever was done, you know.
Well, they showed footage of him with male players, and he was a lot more lenient. I mean, there's one guy they showed that cursed him out, and he just kind of turned his head. There was no penalties or fouls or whatever you called on it. So, you know, I mean, of course she does have an argument there, but here's the way I look at it. You know, that probably was the best loss that she could have had, because for one, she lost to another minority, a young minority, who now everybody can start recognizing, because Serena's only going to be around for so long. So now it brought attention to somebody else who, the girl did play a great game, but it also brought attention to Serena's cause for championing women, you know, and it got more supporters behind her because she gets a lot of hate. You know, she's been called various names, says she's looks and built like a man and things of that nature. So it brought more attention to, you know, the things that she's been, you know, preaching for years. Because actually, you know, she's been talking about these things for a long time, but it has never been brought to the forefront like it was after this match. So I think it helps her cause as well as brings more attention to what Nike is doing. So I really actually think it was a great thing. I mean, it's not gonna hurt her for money. She's gonna come back from this and kick ass. That's what I see. So
do you think that judge is gonna face any repercussions?
No,
Nah,
not even a little bit. Did you guys see the cartoon?
No.
Yeah, so there was a
a
cartoon.
little picture of her.
Yeah.
Can you pull it up
share
somewhere?
I'll pull it up for those who haven't seen it.
Hold on, let me. Oh shit!
You want to lock in?
Yeah, I'll lock in. I can't go out of this one though. All right.
Yeah, so I mean, there it is. It's pretty graphic, to say the least, and I don't know. I feel like it just really paints a bad picture, and I get that she showed frustration. She's not the first athlete to break her racket by any means. She's not the first to disagree with an official.
But look at how that made her look, though.
I know it's terrible.
Yeah.
That's
so.
Yeah.
The cartoonist, he faced a lot of backlash. He tried to defend himself and everything of that sort, but I think it just goes to show, like, when you're at that level and at that stage, like, the responsibilities are far more greater.
Oh.
Yeah, I think it's too tough for me to pass judgment on and to really say definitively how I feel about it, because I didn't see all parts of it. I just saw the parts where she was, talking to the ref. And, I don't know. So I can't speak on that. Do y'all want to talk about? I think
I didn't watch the match itself, but I followed everything since it happened, and a lot of it was basically her coach was on the sideline giving hand signals, something that's not allowed, and he actually said that's what he was doing. So I mean, we can't really blame the ref if that's what was going on, and it's considered illegal. But he did have some shady calls or whatever throughout the match. But even still, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I thought it was just a thumbs up. That's what he gave her.
No, he came out and even said that, he was giving signals, but he doesn't think that she was looking, but he wasn't trying to do that purposely. He said he was just
like reaction
hand gestures. Yeah, more reaction, hand gestures. I mean, you're coaching them all the time and you're watching them from the sideline. Right. Yeah, sometimes you can forget where you're at and what you're doing. And that's probably what happened, but
I just think that's weird. I mean, maybe that's just the way the sports play, but if you got a coach, and in baseball, they
don't let him be in sight. I mean,
signals.
You have to watch it somewhere else.
Football, you got signals.
Yeah, that's weird.
I think but that could be the way the sports play, though. So I don't know.
Do you think he handled it well?
No, that's okay. So. It was a suspect call to begin with. Like if all he did give her was a thumbs up, which is kind of what I heard, and I know that he came out saying that he did make a hand gesture to her. I don't think that is indicative of her as a player or her as an athlete, her as an athlete in general. That's not like she's not a cheater. That's not who she is. And I really don't like. I understand the ref's call to do that. I understand that's he's literally obligated to, if he sees that, he has to call it. And I don't think her breaking a racket, even though there is a call for breaking a racket on the court, I don't think that should have carried an additional penalty or whatever. Like, everybody breaks rackets, baseball players break bats, NFL players slam footballs. Like, these people are passionate. That's why they're professionals, I think, the part where she just kept at that dude, that's when she messed up. That's the only way I thought that's the only part where she could have done better. Now, I'm sure, I didn't know anything about the dress thing until you told me, Kev, before the show started. I didn't know anything about that. And so I'm sure she's sick and fed up with it, but I feel like she, as an athlete, as a professional, is above that and beyond that, but you can only catch so much grief, I would imagine, in her life, you know, in her struggle in this particular sport.
Right.
Before we were just like, fuck it, I'm done.
Right.
You know, and this is that. You know, I think I just I hate the negative backlash, and it seems to be split along race lines, and then it's trash, and that's trash, and I haven't seen that cartoon, and that cartoon is disgusting. It looks super like
stereotypical.
Right, you know, like Southern, like American Southern, right? You know, look like Sambo kind of
look
stuff.
Like her, you know, he's like, oh, a strong African American woman. She's built
like a square. Like, can we really blow out all the stereotypical parts?
And then, of course,
of
you know,
black
he had her opponent, you know, in the corner talking, like, can we just let her win? And she's all super blonde, where she might have like 8% blonde.
She looked like she was mixed. I don't know if she's just
she's Haitian,
Japanese.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, if you look her up now, according to Danny Cameron, she's just Japanese.
Right, but no, it said JPN on her thing. But if she's Haitian and Japanese, either way, I meant like Serena was a you know, an inspiration for her, was an idol growing up, and for her to
still her moment.
Yeah, and that, I mean, it was a Kanye thing, and I think that's the part, you know, like but I think that's the only part that bothers me, is I feel like Serena's better than that.
But was that her who had the Kanye moment?
I think
that was still during the match.
Well, no, I don't mean she had a Kanye moment. I mean, like, it's like the situation, you know, rather than the person winning the match, getting a lot of the attention, it seems to be going toward Serena. Now, I don't know if that's 100% Serena's fault, or if that is, you know, the media's fault or whatever. You know, it kind of sucks, man. Like,
I can't say that Serena, because I've seen Serena lose and congratulate, and then win, and then the person that she beat was, you know, kind of salty about it. I think that what this is a combination of, you know, the past event where she couldn't wear the cat suit, where they allowed somebody who was Caucasian, they allowed them to wear a white, basically, cat suit. And
that's trash.
And I think that there's other, you know, there's other things behind the scenes that happen, especially when you're somewhat out of your element. You know, you're African American in an area where there are not too many of us.
Predominantly white sport.
I mean, and I'm sure that happens in golf too, hockey. You know, so, you know, the frustration is obviously there, because I mean, it's stuff that we,
and as it should be. Like she said, like this happens to me every year. Like, so I mean, I don't know if this particular scenario happens to her every year, but there seems to be something that happens to her every year.
A series of events
at this court, or at this particular thing. You know, I wonder. I wonder if she would have, you know, just played, you know, what it would have looked like, and then like addressed it outside of the match, if that would have made a difference. I don't know. I hate the fact that she feels like it's a woman thing, and B, like, that it's become a racial thing.
It could be a woman thing.
I'm sure
that she got slammed for that too, because Stephen A spoke out both sides of his mouth and said if she were a man, she'd be considered the greatest of all time. And then, you know, less than 24 hours later is slamming her, saying that the fact that she brought up any sort of sexist remarks is where she loses credibility.
Well, so, is there even a doubt that she's one of the greatest of all time? Is there even a doubt?
In tennis, she's the greatest of all time. Male, female,
is there a doubt on that? Like, because I mean, she has 23 Grand Slam wins, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I'm not 100% sure what that means or what that entails, but like, you know, I don't think there's anybody better than her in this sport. Not that I know of. Not that I mean nobody that plays with her level of intensity and has consistently, you know, like she's very like LeBron James to me, in that like her athleticism is beyond compare. You know,
she's playing in the finals of a major tournament, and she just had a baby.
Like she's 37
yeah,
years old.
right,
And she's
Like,
37.
Like
right, and
I can't get
there was
out
talking.
of that.
So I read a bunch about this, and they were saying that like the tennis players peak in their late 20s.
I got some real good ones that are like under 20.
Right. Well, that's the thing, because they start real young, but like when their playing experience matches their physical peak is usually in their late 20s.
27.
Yeah. And I think, and some of the players find a way or find the ability to, extend their life a bit, but generally, like she has extended her life considerable.
Right.
And like, I think there's no one can take away from what she's accomplished. I think, and I think, I think, I don't know how to say his name, Kharis, Karis. You can only be pushed so far before you say some shit.
Oh yeah.
You know, like you can only be pushed so far, and I think that may have been the situation here. I just wonder, had this shit with the uniform not happened, would her reaction have been the same going into this match?
Yeah, and I definitely feel bad for for the winner. She tried to come in, save face, be like, all right, let's cut the booze out. We'll deal with that in another time, but we need to give her praise because she played an amazing match.
Yeah, and that's the part that I like about that is that
she wasn't bitter about the loss. She was bitter about the experience and the treatment.
Right.
Yeah.
I just man. I just felt super bad for that little Japanese chick on the other side of the court. They talk about never meet your idols. That's what they say, is never meet your idols. I wonder, it was just an ugly situation, and I wish I wish the ref would have just like dropped it and let the game continue.
Right.
Like, and I feel that way about like NFL umpires when the flow of the game is impeded by the refs or the officiating.
Right.
They've overstepped.
Right. Sure, of course.
They changed the dynamic. So
right.
I think we're pretty much in agreement there. Just kind of shifting gears a little bit. Once again, talking about Kaepernick and the Just Do It campaign. There was a lot of backlash. There was the very next day a pretty steep drop. I guess that was last Tuesday that the that Nike shares dropped, and they reported supposedly. I don't know how factual these numbers are, but they estimated about $3 billion that they lost, right? And then through the week or what have you, they said their online sales were up 31%. So it was a short-term drop for sure. I'm not sure what they closed at today. I know they were above $82, which is about where they were, 82 a share, which is about where they were when they closed that previous Friday. So they closed at 82.10. So they're pretty much back to where they were, prior to the campaign in less than a week. So what does that say about the dynamic of Nike, the campaign, orders? Like, what are your thoughts and opinions on the movement? Did Nike do it just to get more notoriety and fame? Were they trying to be genuine and sincere and support Kaepernick in the cause? What do you think is going on here?
I think it was all the above. I think that they wouldn't have done it if it was, going to be detrimental to the company or detrimental to the point where it cost them a lot. But I also think that they had to be genuine in order to get Kaepernick. I think Kaepernick would have vetted that, with him being able. I mean, he could make millions of dollars and play football right now if he just called it off. So I think that he listened to them and he felt that, they were all in, and all the big people that they have behind it are all for it as well. So I think that they're uniform in their stance, and I think it's working. I think that there's not people aren't gonna stop buying Nikes.
No,
I'm not.
That's just like it's like something happens on your favorite. Well, no, I'm not even gonna go there because that's a little too dark. But
oh Lord have mercy.
So I think a big thing here is white America tends to underestimate the power of the black dollar. And I generally don't put things to race like this very often, but there was a lot. I mean, like, it was a lot of white people burning those, rack room Nikes And the president of the United States, who's a known racist, is out there talking about boycott Nike, this, that, and the third. But for so many of people, I don't know how, I can't say my age young, but like I feel like there's so much that Nike did by taking the stance on this side of the line that it cements the fact for some people, this is where my money needs to go. Yeah, like online sales were up 31%, and that's amazing. I think that has a direct correlation. People that weren't going to spend their Nike with money are more apt to spend their Nike with money. And people, they want to buy Colin Kaepernick stuff. It was a bold move. Like it could have been hit or miss for Nike. It was a win-win for Kaepernick, for LeBron, for Serena, for everybody that was a part of that. But Nike could have caught some heat, from whatever. But they took that stance anyway, and it, regardless of the dollars, it brings more attention to this side of the argument. The like, are we? I don't know. I don't want to get on my soapbox, but I think it's amazing what Nike's doing.
Right, and I think they had an ear to the pavement, to the culture. They understood the buying power that Black America has. They represent about 1.2 trillion as far as buying power, well over 30% of the consumer spending. So from that standpoint, if you can draw in those regular folks that are already buying products and say, you know what, I'm going to buy more, or those that may have been buying some of the other brands and said, you know what, I'm going to support the cause because it caps behind that. It was a short-term hit. I don't know what's so funny. It was a short-term hit. But definitely, like, they bounced back in no time. I mean, the market was down pretty much every day last week, and here they are. They're net positive. So
Heather Joy said, please remember, Nike didn't drop Kobe after his rape case, nor Tiger after he effed every woman but me.
Oh wow.
I think there's, for me, what I see when I see people burning those Nikes, are they're just identifying that they would rather be burning a cross. And I've seen that like on Instagram posts. I mean, like for me, they're just like, oh look, I'm a low key racist.
I look at it that way too. And I think there's a correlation in the people that are burning their shoes or saying, I'm never buying Nike, and the people that the story that came out this week with the young man that was murdered in his apartment,
in his home.
And people are like, but we don't, they don't know the facts until they want to know the facts. But when a black guy does something, oh, you know what he did. But this guy, he didn't do anything. And then at first it was just she thought it was the wrong place or whatever, she killed him. Then another story came out saying that they knew each other and they dated, and then she's just crazy. And then everybody's like, well, see, it's not about race. But then it comes out that they didn't know each other.
All right.
And
they didn't know each other. That woman does look similar, but the chin's different.
Right.
I mean, but I guess all white people do look alike.
Oh Lord.
That's a joke. Like
they didn't really have any pictures of her outside of that picture with him when I saw it. So I'm like, well, damn, if they dated, like what's the deal there? And you hear about things like he had a red mat out in front of his door that nobody else.
Oh, like little subtle details that can distinguish your home versus the next person. I listen. Exactly. I've maybe tried to go to the wrong car. I've never tried to go into the wrong home.
Right.
No.
Unless you've been
I've been. Right. I've done it. I've gone to the wrong
door, but I've never tried to go in. Like
I've walked in the wrong door.
Oh man, that's how you get blasted.
I've walked in the wrong door. And I mean, the story, as far as that story goes, I mean, it's right here locally. I mean, the apartment complex is not too far from my job, as a matter of fact. But it doesn't add up. I mean, there's been a lot of lies and things thrown out there or whatever. It still doesn't add up, regardless of the information that we receive. There's a cover up going on. At the end of the day, there's a cover up because she calls, instead of calling 911, she calls her fellow police officers,
right,
and they rushed there. Supposedly, the man was dead before, they got him to the hospital. He was dead when they got there, supposedly. But yet, when you see all these cops running out and pulling him out of his apartment, they're doing CPR, which makes absolutely no sense if the man is already dead and you're doing this exaggerated CPR. I don't know if y'all have seen the video, but it's just like an exaggerated CPR they're doing. So none of the stuff adds up, and we're going to find out more. There's a huge cover up because they keep giving the same details over and over again. So it's crazy. But
at the minimum, it's manslaughter, minimum.
I think it's
murder.
It's a murder. I mean, I think manslaughter is. I think the initial part that got me upset about it. I'm like,
right.
Well, hold up.
Mom,
like if it had been
a mother.
If it had been the opposite way, it would have definitely
got to
been
be murder. Because even if you think you're in your apartment and you walk in and you tell somebody to freeze, exactly, you're not going to just shoot. If they're not lunging at you or coming at you. At no point did she ever say that he tried to attack. She said he ignored her. So why would you shoot somebody that ignored you? That's not causing you any harm. You have tasers and other things. I mean, you're a damn cop. You ought to be able to overpower somebody. You've been fucking going to training to overpower somebody.
So I wanted to clear that statement.
Situation.
Let me clear the statement because I think people are saying that I think she earned she deserves a manslaughter charge. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying at a minimum, it's manslaughter. In reality, it's murder one. All right. But the fact that they denied a warrant for even manslaughter is the part where that shows the cover up for me that Marcus is talking about.
Exactly.
She needs, like, for me, this is a murder. Like, you're off-duty cop. You draw your weapon out. You use your authority in a situation where you're not supposed to use your authority in an apartment you don't belong in. Like, there's no way for her to talk this way out of it. I know we've gotten off of a sneaker topic, but
no, this is what it's about, though. Yeah, it's what it's about.
I feel like it's important. There's no way she should be on paid administrative leave for committing a murder.
This is what always happens, though. Like, this is what happens
it's
when
habitual.
I mean, and that's why and when I put out the little thing on Friday because I felt that manslaughter was not enough for what I heard happen, and then some other things happened. Some other people, start talking about it, and we were going back and forth or whatever. And how people get when they say, "Well, it's not just about race," and sometimes it is. Sometimes it's not, and I'll give you that. But it may not be about race if she killed him, because she could have been anybody that she killed. I'll throw that out there. But the difference in punishment is my issue.
Oh yeah, there's no doubt. There's no doubt that there's a different. The judicial system is set against.
I cannot just go in somebody's house and be like, "Oops, I killed him. I thought they were trying to rob me."
No, but there's no.
My bad, y'all.
Nobody could do that. Nobody could do that. It's because she's a police officer, and she's white.
That's it.
And she's a she, right? And so all these, it's mind-boggling. I really cannot express my disgust enough in this case, where I feel like, internal investigations need to be brought in from another state to do this, because I do not feel that they are going to give a fair and impartial investigation.
It's not going to happen, bro. We can already predict the outcome.
Right, and that's the disgusting part. That's the part that I find disgusting, and I hate it. Like, the fact that this man died and what he assumed to be the safety of his own home and his own life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. At what point does white America wake up and say there's a fucking problem?
Well, just check this out, because I've been looking up things, because my son and I actually kind of got into, we play basketball in the league on Wednesday, and he basically was like, I don't agree with kneeling, and I went off because I feel very strongly about it, and I felt that why don't you understand you know, where I'm coming from, but it's because he's been sheltered. And you know, just one of the things that I sent to him, it says, same crime, same courtroom, same judge, same day, different results. Chase is white. Let's just say that. He got convicted of armed robbery at 19, no contest plea. His total points were 138.2. Lamar Lloyd, who's black, armed robbery at 21, no contest plea, total points 138.2, same as Chase. Chase got 2 years in county jail. Lamar got 26 years in prison.
What?
That is insane. Like I don't like if you're gonna send
Let's
Can't
go.
make
if
it
you
up.
do armed robbery and it's a standard, you go to jail for 26 years. I don't have a problem with that, but it shouldn't depend on the common difference. You know what I'm saying? Like it should be. And then I got into the differences in percentages because blacks, I think blacks are 12 to 14% of the United States. And whites are like 66 to 70 something, depending on Hispanic heritage. I think that blacks are more than 50% of the incarcerated
Population.
Oh yeah.
population.
No, yeah.
More than 50%.
So I saw a statistic today where it's 1 in 6 felons are white.
Yeah, I have. Let's see here. I have incarcerated 4,000 or 486,900 blacks incarcerated, and 439,800 white incarcerated. That's crazy.
Right,
Like
and when you look at the actual crime statistics, it is the amount of crime is proportionate to the amount of individuals that make up a population. You know, there's no one race that commits more crime than the other. It's proportionate to their percentage in the population at large, right? So if you know, if Black America makes up 16% of the U.S. population, that, you know, as it pertains to crime, you know, they're committing 16% of all the crime in the United States, where, you know, if there's 66% white, they're creating, you know, you see what I'm saying? Like it's proportional to the amount of you know, politics, or not politics, it's population.
it's
Jesus
not
Christ.
though.
It's not balanced.
It's not balanced.
You got
No.
less, you got less
In the courtroom, it's
African-Americans.
not balanced.
Oh,
You
it's
got
not
less
balanced.
African-Americans.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
What's that?
Because we're not 50% of the population, or
Right.
we're not 60.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
It's not balanced for the
Look
amount.
at a
for the amount of-
2010 breakdown: 13% of the population, 40% of the incarcerated population.
Right, and that's what I'm saying is not balanced. Like the amount of crime that's committed is proportional to the percentage of population. The amount of arrests and long-term prison sentences and harsher external punishments are not proportional on any level.
It's like coke and crack, which coke is the active ingredient in crack that makes it crack. And and if you have the same amount of both, you're going to jail more if you have crack, because crack is used predominantly more in African American environments.
So you know, like, and this is the definition of institutional racism,
right?
That is prevalent, and it is systematic, and it is everywhere. It's a plague upon our nation, and you know,
it's been like this for too damn long. That's it.
Right. But the thing is this is why these men are kneeling, and I would bleed 1,000 times over again for these gentlemen to have the same rights to be able to kneel every game. So
then
that's
Half Cash just asked, "What do you think of the show Who Is America?" And you guys may not have seen it before, but me and my wife and we watch it, and I think it's bananas, some of the stuff that people.
I watch it, And I think that it's there's a part of me that laughs, right? But there's a part of me that's fucking terrified by it.
Right. You got these people that are in high offices that are participating in this stuff that's like, how do you run things?
Right. Well, you know, they Marcus, you've been quiet for far too long, and I'm curious about what's going on in that shiny head of yours.
I mean, one of the things that, you know, I'm seeing comments in the chat, you know, where people are talking about the cops. All cops aren't bad, you know, and that's the thing that we have to always remember. There are some bad cops. There are bad people in every profession that's out there. You know what I'm saying? And the thing about the cops that hurts the most is that they have this brotherhood with each other where they protect each other and they lie for each other and they go down for each other. And that's the sad part. And that's where a lot of these things happen, where we don't get the justice that we need, because when one of them does something that they shouldn't have, the others who are with them don't speak out and say, hey, he was wrong. He shouldn't have done that, because they're afraid of what the other cops are going to do. You know what I'm saying? And I had a situation very similar to this. I mean, I've been talking about it today. You know, I used to be a technician with AT&T. That's where I currently work at. And like I said, I've gone in the wrong apartments and stuff like that. But we had, you know, when I was a technician, we had certain apartment complexes that we can go to, and we can go to the leasing office and get the key if we had to go in there and work. So one day I got the keys. It was a very upscale apartment complex. I got the key, went in and was doing my work, and I ran into some problems. So I'm like, man, I got to go and grab my television set. So I go out to my truck, come back, and I have my TV. I'm in there working on the cable. And as I'm finishing, I hear somebody coming in the door. So normally the first thing to do is say, hey, AT&T is in here, you know, whatever. But at the time, I'm grabbing stuff. I got a TV in my hand. I got a big backpack on me, and I'm walking towards the door trying to get the words out of my mouth. Dallas SWAT team walks in with guns drawn on me. You know, it was the scariest thing. I dropped my TV, broke it, and everything. You know, it was the scariest thing. But there wasn't a shot taken. They just had the guns. Once they saw who I was, they dropped everything. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, all cops aren't bad, which, like I said, this whole situation made me think about that incident and realize, okay, she could have done something completely different. You know what I'm saying? Just like those 5 Dallas SWAT members could have shot me up, she could have done something completely different. She could have called for backup. You know what I'm saying? So it's a terrible thing that happened, and I hope that justice is served. And I hope with, you know, going forward, you know, something like this, you kind of hope that it brings more attention to what's going on. You know, finally, maybe we may have that one cop where we can say you were in the wrong, and then if going forward, other people can see, hey, you know, maybe we need to do things differently. Maybe, yeah, that's my brother, and he rides side by side with me, but maybe next time I see something happen, I need to report it. You know, that's the kind of changes we're going to see. We'll have to see before things change. Huh?
See something, say something. That's what they preach.
But it doesn't happen.
Yeah, it doesn't.
I want to say a couple things on this. Sorry that I'm talking a whole bunch, but this shit fires me up. So in Iraq and Afghanistan, something I got to experience was one of the biggest problems they had in both countries is the way that they work their police force, right? They would, in order to avoid corruption, right, they would bring police officers from another area in the country and have them police that area, right? While the idea was good, right? The system is inherently flawed, right? Because how are you to police people, serve and protect people that you are afraid of, or you cannot empathize with, or that you cannot relate to? You know, I feel like the police force should be recruited from you know, the communities themselves in order for them to serve and protect themselves. You know, like, I think that's just how that should be. It's you know, a young white person that has come from a suburb white community that does not interact normally with in a black community is now expected to police a black community.
Right.
Like how does that work? How is that police officer supposed to effectively do that now? And given what a lot of there are a lot of white folk that are definitely afraid of Black America in and of itself. They're already inherently scared, and they have minimal training, and they're sent into a place where they react to pull the trigger. And the fact that is that I saw this time and time again in Iraq and Afghanistan, over and over and over again. And I think Danny hit it right on the nose when she said, stop paying these paid vacations and stop giving these pensions out. It's just got to stop. Like there has to be an overhaul of our police force. They have to be better trained. If I were to go into someone's house in Iraq on a raid and pull the trigger on a hard raid, right, and not use target identification skills, techniques, and protocols, and shoot someone and kill them, I've just committed a war crime, and I'm going to jail for a long, long time. I'm going to a federal penitentiary in Leavenworth. I'm going to turn big rocks into little rocks. Right? And that's not what we're seeing happening here. And I find it to be disgusting. I'm done talking on this particular topic now. I'm sorry.
No, I agree with that. And I'll reiterate, we don't think that all cops are bad. I mean, I would probably say that most of them are good people. But there is an issue that does need to be addressed.
It's a big issue at hand.
So we're gonna go ahead and kick it up, beat a little bit, and let's get into a little bit of Yeezy. Slavery was a choice.
From one racial undertone to another, let's talk about it's your choice Yeezy basketball sneakers.
These things stink on ice. They look like a Shack Attack on top of a 350 and a 700.
Honestly, what they look like is a current version of the Adidas basketball sneaker line, just with a Yeezy branding.
Exactly.
It looks like a gangbang.
I think it's evolution. I'm trying to think what the hell they call
homeless gang.
Gangbang.
So this is for real. This is my first time hearing about it. This is for real. This is like
it's a real shoe. There was one that had the original 700 colorway. It had the navy, the gray, and the orange. It was the pair that you have. They looked just like that. They were just like a high top. But then the next one we see is this triple black jank, and I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna call it trash, but everybody's going to go crazy over it. People are gonna buy it regardless because it's got that
easy.
If you
look up the Adidas Crazy Explosive and then you look at that Yeezy shoe, it's pretty much
one and another. It looks the same.
Identical. It's the ridges go pretty much around the shoe on this one, whereas on the Crazy Explosive, it stops on the heel.
I don't know, man. These things look like janitor shoes.
They do. They look like mid-top work boots, man. Like this shit is
porno. It's like porno shoes.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
In
all seriousness, all right. So here's the shoe that I have up. It's the Crazy Explosive. This is a 2017 Prime Knit. All right, and tell me that there is not like a very distinct similarity between these.
That shoe actually looks a lot better. I mean,
I agree.
Have a design all the way around the entire shoe. You know what I'm saying?
100 times better.
It's very uncreative. That's what I'm saying.
It's got the 700 toe, but it's like a shack in the back though, like a Shack Attack.
That shit terrible.
Porno shoes,
garbage.
These things stink. But yeah, this is what's gonna get.
So the question is, who on this panel is gonna cop?
I'm
No.
not.
Probably for a review.
I'm not buying these things. Not at least.
I won't buy them though.
None of the two that are up here.
Now, if they have a high resale value, I might grab a couple of them.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie.
There you
I
go.
would be 100%. Like if they do have that, then I will.
Oh yeah.
I will be in the game there.
I guess. I guess I
don't
can.
know. These are trash.
Trade bait. But that's the thing. Like a lot of the Yeezys, they do well because they translate into lifestyle. That basketball shoe doesn't translate to lifestyle.
Nope.
That's just,
Doesn't even have style.
it's just straight trash.
So y'all want to move to the next one? This is the next one.
Please.
It's a surprise.
Please.
It's a surprise. All
Yes,
right.
please.
First of all, rest in peace to Mac Miller.
R.I.P.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully, you know, the people in the hip hop world, the younger generation that gets into the glorification of drugs, and they really take a hard look at, you know, what his, you know, the way his life ended, and hopefully they can, you know, kind of pull themselves around. But we also want to get into the Eminem and the MGK, because we talked a little bit about last week. This was before I actually heard MGK's response. What do y'all think about that and the fact that M hasn't responded? Now I think M he
drop a subliminal.
He had the
Pac-Man.
the Pac-Man thing, and then MGK has the
Pac-Man on his neck.
Yeah. But that subliminal doesn't do anything. I think.
No, but it just kind of lets them know that maybe something's percolating.
He also did a subliminal before he dropped his album. He put a bunch of those old school fighter jets on his live, and then he shut it off, and then he dropped his album.
Bang, bang.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, he's
coming for the throat.
With somebody as quick witted as Eminem is, I would have thought that he would have.
Exactly.
He would have responded already, because I think that MGK's song was I think it was better than the whole Eminem album.
That's enough out of you.
I think it was better than the whole Eminem album. I think Eminem's words. I think Eminem's.
I
think Eminem's lyrics were better.
That
but,
rapidy rap.
But when you put the lyrics along with the music, like the beats, I don't think that it
Beats got a lot of criticism. I think the beats were all right. Obviously, his wordplay was insane. I thought overall that it was a decent, album.
The greatest. He's the greatest.
There's nothing that's radio worthy.
There we go.
Sometimes gonna air.
He's the greatest what?
In his opinion,
he's the greatest lyricist walking this planet, bro. Can't nobody.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry.
Oh my
Listen.
God.
I'm sorry.
Oh.
I'm so sorry, Marcus.
Ed, I lost a whole lot of love for you today, buddy.
No, that's to be expected. I didn't expect him to say anything different.
You kidding me?
I mean, out of a live, like lyricist wise,
well, your man will eat you.
It all depends on what you're talking about. Are you talking about battle, like battle rap? He's the best battle rapper alive right now. I say he's the best battle rapper, but I think that there's some other people.
Where do you get this information from? Where do you get this? Where is this catalog of Eminem battling other rappers that says he's the greatest?
Who else is battle? I mean, he's got his
whole
style. His whole style is battle.
In Marcus's opinion, Eminem is shit. So we know this.
No, that's not what I said. I've never said he was shit. He's not as great. He's not as great as y'all make him out to be.
But who's a better battle rapper though?
I have never seen Eminem battle except for on fucking 5 Mile or 8 Mile, whatever the name of it. That's the only time I've ever seen the dude as Rabbit battle. Where have you seen him battle? He used to battle.
They used to have wasn't he on like Blaze Battle or
where is it on video?
Look it up on YouTube. It's on there.
Everybody says he's the greatest battle rapper, and I don't know these battle rapper names. I mean, but it's some guys out there that I've seen that fucking kill. And I know Eminem couldn't touch him. I know he couldn't. I've never seen this dude battle rap. He gets on the mic and he talks about suicide, killing folks. That ain't no battling. You
That's
don't
not
kill yourself in a battle.
He doesn't only talk about that. Stop it.
I mean, but that's the majority of what he talks about, and that's why I have a problem with Eminem. For the one, his voice annoys the hell out of me. I've said these things already. I mean, it is what it is. You can love him, and that's okay. I mean, that's okay.
I love you too.
I love you as well. I mean, having an opinion of who a rapper is doesn't change what I think about you. I don't think that he's this dude that y'all give him this credit for. I just don't.
Honestly, besides Tupac, besides Biggie, besides Big L, besides Big Pun, he's number one, dude. I'm sorry.
I mean, you know what though? Like, you can throw Papoose in there quietly.
He's okay. He's all right.
Papoose wordplay is.
Those guys aren't going to get that sort of notoriety because they don't appeal to the mainstream or to the masses. The Papoose, the Cannabis, Big L, like all those straight lyricists, they don't get the same sort of opportunities, or they don't make songs that actually go mainstream that have that pop appeal to where they can do units so that they can be in the conversation. Because if you're not doing numbers, you're not going to be in the conversation. It's as simple as that.
That's with everything.
Right. Yeah, Murder Mook was crazy. So, I mean, it is what it is. I thought the album was solid. I don't know what comes after that because he took shots at everybody. Let's say half of those people come at him. Is he then going to respond to those? Probably not.
If Joe Budden came after him, Joe Budden was slaying.
Oh my God! Are you?
I am waiting for that. I'm.
But he said he's not. He said he's retired. He's done.
That little bar from
he
him.
Don't want it. He doesn't want it.
Being someone who's accused of beating women, for you to say that the only hit you had is when you hit a chick. He said that wasn't enough to get him out of retirement. So make a track, not on the album. Make an actual track. Do some work. Come at me, and he said, "I'll promise. I'll slaughter."
Thank you, Frankie.
He said, "I promise."
Thank you, Frankie. Nas, Fab,
yo, yes. And he gave lots of credit to M. He said he's in his top 5 just recently on what is that called? State of the Culture. On his podcast, he had nothing but good things to say about the album, about M as a lyricist. He does say that he's kind of janky on his albums because the past 3 of the past albums in the I think he said 10 years are basically addressing why the other albums weren't good. So
Heather, you like Drake. You have no opinion. Get off of here with that shit.
I like Drake too, Heather. Don't worry about it. I'm Team Light Skin all the way.
I like Kanye too.
Heather has crushes on people and shit and pick who she likes. Get off of that.
It's all good.
And y'all talking about Joe Budden? Man, y'all crazy. Y'all don't see, and y'all don't know hip hop.
Joe Budden is amazing.
It's been so long though. I think what it is it needs to be a refresher.
Go back and listen to his album he had 2 years ago that dropped. I mean, Joe Budden is.
Joe is bitter not because Slaughterhouse didn't blow. He blames M for it not happening because he says that M held them back. He sent the album to them. Is it?
Don't stop beating bitches.
It's his truth. This is way before he was beating bitches. So, and M was beating bitches and all this other shit. So,
a long time ago, though.
Exactly, right? What's good for the goose is good for the gander.
Because it was a long time
ago. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. But I
mean, the fact that whooping a chick ass is whooping a chick ass, whether it was 1972
right.
or 2022.
But did he ever really whip Kim's ass? I don't think so.
Shit, he killed her about 100 times in his music, so she don't put his hands on her. Shit, he done killed her in every way you can kill somebody.
Yeah, listen, and Danny, him getting stuck up or whatever has nothing to do with his ability to rhyme or make a song or anything of the sort. So maybe he did get stuck up at the chicken shack, and somebody ran his jewels at Crown Chicken. It is what it is. But the fact of the matter is it's all things that have nothing to do with the topic at hand. It's smoke and mirrors. It's a distraction. So what we're talking about is whether or not the two of them right here, right now, if they were to battle, what's the outcome? I don't care about anything else. I don't care about accolades. I don't care about records, because when you go toe to toe, it's only a matter of what you do on that day.
I like to see it. I like to see it.
Toe to toe, I think Eminem would probably slay him. And I'm not going by the history of their battle rap simply because I ain't never seen one of these motherfucker battle rap. But just going by the stuff that he does say, I think Eminem could slay him off the top of the dome. I don't think MGK is the top of the dome type rapper.
No, he was right now. He wrote that song for at least 6 years. The past 6 years, he had that song on ice. Or somebody helped him or something.
I'm up in Jersey. Team Joe, I want to see it.
But you put Eminem in the ring with some true battle rappers, I don't think he would get out of the first round.
Yeah, I don't know, Marcus.
I gotta see it. I gotta see it because
I want to see it.
You could be right.
They're not gonna battle each other on some Freestyle Friday shit. They're gonna go into the booth and make a track.
Yeah, I want to see the free straight off the top. Like I'd like to see that. Because you never know. I mean, with the rap, you could say this person's the best person, that person's the best person, but it could all be the same damn ghostwriter at the end of the day. So it is hard to say.
I don't believe in ghosts.
It is hard to say that, but I think that'd be dope if they brought back like the Blaze battle, and they had a couple other ones that they used to have that they put on like HBO and stuff like that.
There's some underground battles that they're on YouTube. There's a couple of them. I can't like what's her name? She used to be on that Puffy show where they had the rappers and shit. No, not Heather. The other chick. She was in Making the Band.
The Lyricist Lounge.
Talking about.
She got a battle thing that goes on. Then it's that other little dude with the beard. He has a battle thing. It's a few of them. Trust me, M couldn't hang with none of these.
One of the best ones I heard was like this dude Supernatural. Like it was years ago, and then he was rapping, and all of a sudden he went into a Biggie voice, and then I was like, oh, he was like changing his voices up and shit. It was crazy. Y'all go ahead and YouTube that. But
anyways, it's probably something that we're never gonna see, but it would be nice.
Yeah,
it's nice to dream.
So, do we want to? We don't need to get in the topic 4. We can go straight into #hero because we're only 8 minutes out.
Yeah, we're 8 minutes outside. Jen, Freestyle Friday.
Jen was dope.
Rap City basement.
Blind Fury was nasty.
Blind Fury was cold. Nasty. He couldn't even see you when he would slay you.
Yes. Oh my goodness. I used to watch 106 in Park just to see him battle. Man, he was nasty. I wonder what happened to him. But #hero. My #hero is halfcast1. Happy birthday, bro. This dope picture of the CP313's the US release. I thought it was a sick picture the way he's got that focus and then that, that fade in the back. So that's my #hero. Next.
I can't even see the pics. What the pics?
It's coming.
Oh, there you go.
Next is Maul.
So I went with KB, Fresh Kicks with the Timberlakes, the Bio Beige, or as I call them, the Bio Played, because I like the Friends and Family pair better. But this shot was super clean, super dope. Yeah, I need to wear mine. I've been on a little bit of a hiatus, but it's good to see some other people stepping up with the shots. Keep it consistent. Shout out to him.
And next, keeping it on the same shoe.
P103.
We got Marcus with Dominican Coqui.
Elvin. Yeah. That was a dope shot, man. I mean,
that shot is not super crisp.
Right. It's a clean pick. I mean, the background surrounding fits perfectly with the shoe. I mean, what's the album? Man of the Woods or whatever it's called.
Man in the Woods.
I mean, yeah, it's a perfect shot, man.
Yeah, you know what? That does add to it. And then we have Daniel.
Hey, I picked Beauty and the Kicks with the Ferrari 14. I just think it's a really dope shot. The background looks real cool with that one, with that shot. So shout out to her and her old man.
Adam.
Yeah. Yeah, he changed the name.
They do a
Shinobi.
They're a really good, really
duo.
Good. Really good duo. I think it's dope.
I got you.
Couple of Kicks came back this week too. Speaking of that, so shout out to them.
So who we got? Who we got?
I'm going with mine. What you talking about?
I'm on the fence because I want to go. I'm gonna stick with mine because it's his birthday.
Fire.
Word.
I'm gonna have to go with Adam and Beauty and the Kicks, man.
So it's Ma.
Half cast.
All right.
Half cast on his birthday.
Happy birthday, brother.
Happy birthday.
You are a #hero. So let's shut this shit down, boys.
#hero for next week.
Fix your face.
Are we doing
Fifth Mile?
Are we gonna do the 5th Mile?
5th Mile.
We're not doing the cap.
The boo boo.
What was that? Just do it for Cap.
Oh, for the week. That's what started.
We do fifth
I
mile.
thought we were just doing that for the month thing.
All right, we do. All right, that's cool. We'll do
fifth mile.
Fifth mile.
Hashtag fifth mile.
All right, that's easy enough.
All right, it shouldn't be nothing there.
If it is, you guys
take it over.
You might get shot. So.
Let's be around the corner.
Lord have mercy.
It's probably a bunch of runners. This is a bunch of Brooks. Porno shoes.
Yeah. That really is such a clean shot of those Ferraris, though.
No, it's a great shot.
It just popped up on my screen.
Way to go, we ho.
That's what she said.
That is a dope shot. Yeah. Everybody had dope shots. I mean,
absolutely. Yeah. I'll do the shout out thing then. Ed, thank you so much for coming on. It's been a long time coming. We should have had you on long time ago. I can't wait to get up there and see the christening of them baby girls and meet them and talk at them because they can't talk yet. But
how they talk, trust me.
I mean, there ain't that weird baby noise, but it ain't talking. Not yet.
Is it
still
hashtag 5 mile or 5th mile?
5th mile. Or we could put 5 mile.
5 mile.
It's technically 5 mile because it's not 8th mile.
Right.
But I think 5th mile sounds better because I think 5 mile is an actual thing. Like you're you're from 5th mile or 5 mile. You're from 8 mile. You're from 4 mile. And that's part of the deal. Where they're at on the street.
Wow, 41.3.
Right. Look up 5th mile. See what 5th mile looks like.
No, seriously, but thank you guys so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
Definitely appreciate you.
Shout out to my brothers. What do y'all think about us hitting on a social topic? That's probably one of the first times we really went into an in-depth social topic. I'd love to hear what y'all think about that. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Come back and leave a comment on the actual video once it uploads.
Let us know.
But let us know about that and what y'all think about that. It's kind of different. Shout out to my brothers. Hopefully we can get some stuff like growing, looking at giveaways and some other things we have on the move. So I am really glad to be a part of this team. And, with that being said, y'all have a good night.
I bet. Listen, Ed, again, thank you so much, man, for coming through and kicking with us. We appreciate your time. We obviously know how precious it is with newborn twins in the house. So,
yes,
God bless your wife and thank her for allowing you to come kick it with
Linda!
us.
Shout out to Linda, holding it
Let's
down.
go, Linda, with a lot of A's,
He's watching.
Oh, that's what's up. Shout out to the usual suspects. I mean, you guys, you are the show. So this doesn't happen without you guys. There's no one else to talk to but these guys. And I love them and all, but, you guys are murderers. Shout out to everyone who, showed some love for the show that plugged us. I'm going to let Kev take the list, and I'll only interject if there was someone that he missed. Just so you know, we are going to be running an hour behind next week. We're going to be kicking this off from 9 to 11. We got a special guest, Tiffany Beers. She is on Pacific time. The only way that we could get her in is if we started at 9 Eastern time. So we're going to be running, like I said, we're going to air a little bit later next week. So hopefully you can kick it with us. All right. That being said, Kev, rather, take it away.
All right. I am going to go through the list here, but first, shout out to you, Ed, man. You and Linda, definitely. Y'all are two of the most genuine people in the culture. I really, truly mean that. You don't meet too many people as nice as you guys are. So shout out to you guys. And also shout out to the usual suspects. Appreciate you guys, sticking in there, talking to us or, talking to each other. Y'all keep it going, keep it from being stagnant. But I'm gonna go through this list, and we got Witness the King, J Soul,
AJ,
Beauty and Kicks, Mr. Kicks Connoisseur, GG Wright 22, E Nice Sneakerhead, Ben Ario 76, Half Cast 1, happy birthday again. Kick the Habit, From the Soul. Let's see here. Retro Boomin' 6, KB Fresh Kicks, Ed the Son of Some Man, I couldn't quite get that one, but I'm working on it. Brandon Little 56, KY Souls, D-Lo,
Better known as D-Lo.
1014, Artez 501, Dominican Coqui, John Fresh Kicks 3, Sneakerheads Clothing Line, our sponsor 8 and 9 Manufacturing. I love that the list is getting longer. That's what she said.
Did we get GG right?
Yes, I did.
Yes.
Oh, cool. So GG Artez.
And shout out again to JP's, as it was his birthday yesterday. Happy birthday again.
Yeah.
And that's what I got. If you tag me, then I'll read it. If you tag the show, sometimes we might miss it. So just tag me in it. You can make it small. It's okay.
Oh, that's never good. Oh, he's back. Okay.
Who left? I left?
Marcus.
Nah,
all right.
Oh, shout out to everyone who on the super chat. That was dope.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, everybody, and we'll go back to and find all those names, and we'll make sure y'all get a shout out specifically.
I should have wrote them all down. I didn't know that was gonna happen.
That was strange. Didn't even know what that was.
What to do?
It's new to me.
Marcus,
take him to church, brother.
Ed, man, thank you for coming on, bro.
Thanks for having me.
Man, you family, dude. When I first met you and the wife, man, y'all welcomed me with open arms, and I mean, so I love you guys. Y'all amazing people, great people to have in the culture, man. So you always welcome to come on the show.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I really do appreciate it with all my heart.
No problem, man. My fellas, my brothers. I don't like y'all all the time, but I love y'all all the time.
Ain't that the motherfucking truth?
I don't like y'all every day, but I love y'all every day. Especially that motherfucker with that yellowish orange, great pumpkin looking Charlie Brown shirt on.
Yellowish orange. I mean, I guess that's Daniel.
That's me.
Yeah, that's him. You all right, Ma. You moved up on my list. Daniel, that motherfucker stayed.
Hey,
GG. Do you love me?
I like how you put the $10 in there.
Don't be cheating. Don't be cheating.
It's effort that counts.
Hey.
She gonna scratch out the $1.99, put $10 on there.
It works for me.
But usual suspects love y'all as well, even though y'all get on my fucking nerves, especially all week. Y'all been in my comments talking cash money shit, but I welcome it. And Atlanta, October 27, 28. What was the hotel y'all we were staying at? Hyatt Place in Smyrna is where we all gonna be staying at.
I got a book. I ain't booked yet.
I ain't booked yet either, but I'll be booking soon. That's where we're gonna be at. So come through, hang out. We're gonna have a good time.
Shout out to Word.
And we're gonna party. And with that, we will see you guys and gals next week, 1 hour later. Peace.